Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is your Maker2199 bringing you guys another commentary. Now I'm gonna make this one a little bit differently. It's gonna be a review, but I'm gonna start it with something that I noticed that is different from this one, this Plants vs Zombies, which is number 2 compared to the first one, and that is this character that I have right here, the Imp. I think that's what it's called. He's the little thing that the that the football player used to, or whatever he's called, that big zombie used to punt, like the pea shooter. And it's really fun to see that he's a character. He's really funny. He's really cool to use. He's one of my favorite ones, don't get me wrong. I really like this new character. I like using him a lot. He's real fun, but this one I haven't unlocked him. I only have him because Plants vs Zombies 2 has this thing where they're circulating through characters. I don't know if that it's a new thing or if it was since the beginning, but they circulate through characters that you don't have, or you might already have them. Who knows? But they're just circulating through so that newer players that haven't unlocked all of them can have a chance of unlocking or playing with the new character. And they sell them really expensive though, for 150 to unlock that particular character, and or you can unlock them for 70 if you want just a random character, not knowing what you're gonna get. I would rather go for the 70 or 75, I think it is, get the random character than to spend the 150 trying to get one of these, unless these characters you cannot get them like that or whatever. Then maybe I would, if it's a really good character, I would consider the 150. I just think it's a little bit expensive, but that is something new. Plants vs Zombies 1 didn't have anything like that I know of, and I played a lot of it till it started kind of like dying because of the new one coming out and all of that. So I just thought that was really neat. It's a neat way to get your hands onto a character or on a character that you haven't used previously. And yes, right here I believe that these are automatic, the ones that I'm using, but I'm just spamming them because I like using automatic rifles as such. And right here I'm just trying to sneak around and get this big dude because I have no health compared to him. So I was just trying to come in, sneak around, and get cheeky to kill him, but my teammate basically did all the work by himself. So to get into the weapon review of this guy, that is, I think it's called Imp or something like that. I really can't tell because when I look at this preview when I'm recording it, the preview is way too small and I really cannot tell what's on screen. So I know that sometimes it's there and sometimes I say it's probably on screen, but and you're like, why haven't you read it if it's on screen? Because I can't see it. I cannot make out what's actually there. Those of you that edit and all of that know what I'm talking about. Those of you that don't might be a little clueless. So I'm just telling you guys, I can't see or really read anything that's on screen right now. So if it's on screen, I really cannot read it. So I can't tell you exactly the variants and all of that this Imp is. So, and I hope that it's really pronounced that way. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but yeah. So to go on, this is the fire variant. So he's gonna shoot fire, and what I like about fire has always been one of my favorite ones. What I like about the fire characters is that even after you hit them, they continue to do damage because the fire stays with them for a while and it'll continue to do damage to the character, and sometimes that kills them when they're really low health and they just barely escape from you and they think they're safe. The little bit of fire that's on them will kill them, and that is just way too cool. So I really do like these fire variants, and I believe, like I said, I think this is, I don't know if this is I think it's an automatic one, but I'm not using it as such to try to keep my accuracy, especially on shooting on these far distances. So that's a little tip for you guys. If you guys are struggling with any of these that are automatic and their recoil is a little bit too much, just, do what I'm doing, kind of like semi-auto it, and look at the accuracy on it. Look at how little it actually moved. And right here, I think I messed it up, or on one of these I'm gonna mess it up. So this is a really slow game, and I think we lose at the end. And it's not because we weren't. It's just because there was too few people playing it, and it's just unfortunate because this is a really cool game to play. And I don't know why why there's so few people when this game doesn't have that long that it came out. And Not just that, but the Plants vs Zombies one was extremely popular, and it lasted popular for a really long time. So I have no clue why this one I've been struggling in getting into some good lobbies, except for the Suburbanation and those sort of modes, which I have a few pre-records, and hopefully if you guys want to watch them, they're really long, but I got really good tips on how to play better. Those are my favorite modes, and that's what I usually play. I only come and play Team Deathmatch or Vanquish when I'm trying to record a video like this one because it's shorter. But if you guys want to watch an entire match of the other ones, and right here I'm still testing out things and trying to figure out what they do. So I thought I was gonna be able to pop them out of the ground doing that, and it doesn't work. So now I know, and now I have learned for the next time. So just keep that in mind before you guys start judging and saying like, what the heck were you planning on doing? You know, I just got this game and I'm just barely playing with it, so I have no clue what some of the things do, and I'm still experimenting with them. So keep that in mind. But if you guys want to watch some Suburbanation or something like that, just let me know and I'll be more than happy to post a few of them. And those are really cool. They come down to the wire most of the time. They're really, and I knew this guy was gonna do that. I was gonna try to jump last minute and try to evade him, but I didn't do it on time. But those come to the wire. They're really fun, and those are always full of people. So that's one thing that I like. But enough of that. Let's get into the actual review of this character. The bad about this character, there's only one thing that I dislike about him, and that's his health. This character, in my opinion, it's super overpowered, and that is balanced through his health. Like the weapons, as long as you're accurate, and that little spin kills so many people. It's crazy. And his abilities are even crazier. Like when you put the robot and all of that, you have a ton of health. There's a lot of people that you can kill if you're effective with it and or efficient. And I don't know, it's just, he's a super overpowered character. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to go ham with this character at all, unless you're really bad at the game, I guess. So he's really cool. There's nothing really bad about him. I really do like every variant that I played of him. I played 2 different ones, or 3 I should say, because of the one that comes as default and 2 other ones, and they were really awesome. I really enjoy playing as them. This is by far my favorite zombie right now, of the new ones of course, and this is a new zombie that wasn't on the first one. And right here, I'm not too crazy on this one. I've seen a lot of people using it, but it doesn't have the range that I would like, and it's a little bit slow when you move it. And I know there's a button to make it faster, but still. And right here, just look at this load of crap. Am I not shooting this guy? Am I not getting damage on him? But somehow he still had 100% health. And no, it's not because the sunflower healed him. He couldn't have healed him that fast. So that was just a load of crap, and I think I died a little too fast for the amount of health that those usually have, and when I battle those, it takes quite the amount of shooting to take them out, and this guy just took me out like nothing. So no clue what was going on, and I don't want to go into anything else or speculate anything else, so we'll just move on. So one thing that I've noticed, I don't know if it's me, lag, or just something on the game, and this is not something that I had noticed on Plants vs Zombies 1, is there is actually a little bit of lag with the bullets that goes on. And I don't really remember, because I haven't played Plants vs Zombies 1 for over a year, so I couldn't tell you guys if that is just the new thing for this one, or if it's something that already happened. But when you're shooting a character that is moving, always shoot, you gotta lead them. If you don't lead them on this game, you're not gonna shoot them. If you aim at them straight, you're gonna miss them. So lead them. That's a tip for you guys on this video. Always lead that character, and what I mean is put your cursor in front to where he's going. So the flower right there was walking backwards, so I was shooting a little bit in front of it, and I was getting a few of those hit markers that I wanted and was doing damage. But if I aim straight at him, I'm just going to miss. Like right there, I was trying to shoot that guy, he was moving, this guy, the Chomper, and I couldn't shoot him, because you need to lead him. That's one thing that I found out. And thing number 2 to continue is you know, because of the low health, you have to be really careful, or you have to be rolling with some people that have more health and just be strategic. Now this player, I don't find that he moves as slow as like Citrus or something, or some of those other characters, but he is a little bit slow. He's a little bit more nimble though. He's able to maneuver mid-air, he's able to thrust to the sides or continue, you know, moving forward and all of that. And I just find him to be a little bit more nimble in movement, and he could usually use sneak mode because he's so tiny. A lot of people don't usually look that low, and you can get, you know, away with doing that quite often. And right here, that little Citrus didn't want any of this, he just left, and I thought that was pretty funny. So to continue with him, there isn't really much bad except for his health and excuse me, and his abilities I do like. This one I don't like that much. Like I said, I don't really like this fire thing, but here I don't know what this guy was thinking. I have way more health than he does. He was going head to head against me, and I have the fire thing, which is super deadly if you're close to him, and it's crap if you're far. So right there, I was just experimenting with a few of these things, and I figured out that that's a way to move faster and get closer to your target. And here I just exited because I heard a player somewhere around here, and I guess he moved. So I was using my earphones to try to track down a few of these players. And that's tip number 2 for this one, or number 3. I don't really remember. Always have a great headset on that you can hear other people walking around and that sort of stuff. It will save your life, and it'll give you more kills. And right there, unfortunately, as I'm saying it, this guy just came and crapped on me. I knew somebody was there, but I thought it was actually one of my teammates. I didn't expect it to be in, because I had just spawned there, that's why, and I didn't expect it to be one of the enemies. So we lost this one, I'm pretty sure. And it was a really slow one, which is unfortunate. I wish that these were a lot more filled and they would just be chaotic. So, and a lot more fun as well. But one thing that I do like is the amount of coins that you get, but everything is so much more expensive as well compared to the first one. So I don't know if it's good or bad. I haven't decided yet. So hopefully you guys like this one. This is my favorite character from Zombies right now, especially the new ones. Give it a try, and I'll see you guys there playing and whatever. Hopefully you guys liked and all of that. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Bye.